Hey family, I created this embellishment book and it's just for bows. Well, there's a couple of other things in there too. It's just some oh, I always forget this name, rosettes, but mostly it's just going to be for bows. So this is basically just one really long book. It has, let's see, I think it's a 3-inch spine. Yeah, 3-inch spine, because I wanted to have plenty of space in between for all of the bows, because all of them are pretty thick. Most everything that I'm going to share with you is from the Scrap Diva collection, but this is just something I created. So just so you like have a basic idea of how this thing folds out and functions, it's just going to roll out, and then it rolls out the other side that way too. So this, it has a spine of 3 inches here, and then these spines are 1 inch, and then these are 1/2 inch, and then each of the pages is 8 by 6, yeah, or 8 by 5 and 7/8, right around there, 8 by 6, 5 and 7/8. So just so you know, kind of like if you wanted to put one together, I just ended up basically taping some of the white American Crafts cardstock, which I love. It has kind of like a waffle pattern on it, and I made just like one really long strip and then covered it, and then I cut these pieces out and then stitched them and put it all together using some tape. So it was really easy construction. I don't have plans to do a tutorial on this because it's just so huge. So anyway, but the whole purpose is I built this just to hold all these bows. Scrap Diva just keeps coming out with all these different bows that will be linked below in the description box. And this, I was like, I need to make all these bows. And so I have some of the older bows and some of the newer bows, and it's all just going to be in here. So here we go. So first off, let's get into some, I have this newer bow right here. It's like, I thought it was like a tulip, and it kind of is like a tulip, but it just has these really cool little ends on it. And I almost actually thought it was like a chicken egg too, the way that this almost just looks like a cracked egg. So, but there's a smaller piece and then a larger piece, and I just put them together over the larger backing on here. And I just think they turned out really pretty. To attach my bows, I'm just going to use some foam tape in here. And it doesn't take much to stick them in. Does it tear the paper when it comes out? Quite often, yes. So if you're wanting to reuse the book, you just have to be really mindful of that when you're pulling things out. Like, how am I going to cover these back up again? I guess. And then I'm going to do the white one in the middle. So I used the Prima Love Story collection. I just love the Prima papers. They're so romantic and so pretty. And I just think that they're gorgeous. So I have a tendency, every time there's a new collection to come out, I buy a lot of it. And then when an older collection is being retired, I obsessively hunt it down and buy as much of it as I can. And then I just use like random boxes that are around our house. I think this was like some kind of Apple product, but I use it just to kind of hold all my stuff and keep it organized. So you'll see a whole collection of weird little boxes come out here. And then this one is the small rainbow bow. And I integrated some of the white American Crafts and then paper with the Prima paper, and then also just some cardstock in there, and then just put a little. This was actually a charm, and I just took my wire cutters and just snipped off the little round part on top that you can hang it with, just so that it looks like it's a cabochon that's just meant to be like that. Yep, that's me. Super fancy. So it is springtime, and as you probably know, I live in the Seattle area, and we have had a yucky spring. I know that like our yucky spring is not nearly as yucky as like other people's. Like I know people got snow forever, but we've just had like this 40-degree ick and rain and everything. And then on, I think it was it Monday and Tuesday, we had this gorgeous, we had a whole weekend of gorgeous, beautiful 70-something degree weather. And it was, oh my gosh, it was just like the best thing in the world. Like, oh, we went outside, we had picnics, we were taking walks, we were doing all these things. And then the weather just turned right back around and became all yucky again. So I'm hoping that the weather report is right coming up, because we're supposed to have nice weather again next week. I'm just ready for the return to kind of a summer vibe. You know, after the last couple years, things have been hard for everybody, and we just need that sunshine in our lives. I'm ready for it. And I'm a teacher too, so, but our school district doesn't get out until the end of June, so we still have a while yet. But it's always nice when you have nice weather at the end of the year as a teacher, and you get to go outside, take like nature walks, and do all kinds of fun stuff. So I'm just looking forward to this year wrapping up beautifully. The kind of fun thing about embellishment books, in my opinion, is you don't have to cram them absolutely full. It's okay to leave spaces so that your embellishments can look pretty, and I just enjoy that. So part of one of the bow sets that you can get from Scrap Diva, it's actually this one. Actually, this is two different sets. This is the bag toppers and then the bows. But you get these words, and you get them in large and small. And so I just thought I would go ahead and put these down the spine, because I needed something really narrow there. So there's love, there's girly, and there's bows. And I did put them each on a little bit of foam backing so that they are dimensional as well. I just like the way that looks. I did that for this bow right here, and I think it turned out really nice. Every once in a while I have to stand up and make sure that I'm still on camera, that like I'm working within frame. I taught online for a couple years, and so I recorded all of my lessons to make sure that students could access them in case they weren't able to make it to class, or you know, that it was glitchy or something like that. They could always just go on YouTube and watch the videos. And there were times when I would zoom in and then forget to zoom back out, and everything would just be like, you couldn't see anything. I'm just like teaching and working and teaching and writing and doing all this stuff, and you couldn't see anything. It was just kind of funny. Okay, so now I'm just gonna ignore this side for a little bit, and we're gonna flip it open, and we're gonna go right here to this one. And I planned this out to make sure that I could do this right. Let's see, what am I putting on here? Okay, so I'm putting these guys. So these are the same bows as what I have on the front cover. And then these are Scrap Diva Designs butterfly dies, or butterfly bows. And these took me a while to make. And when I made them, I was like, what took me so long? These are so beautiful. Look at, they've got the two little mini bows that go inside to act like extra wings. And then you have these two layers, the one with the design on it, and then the plain one on the back that just kind of backs it. So if you wanted to be super fancy, you could put different colors on there. And then I just put some little diamond dots on there as well. But I love these bows. I think that these are probably my favorite bows that she's ever sent out. I think they're just gorgeous. So, but I have a thing for like butterflies, and you know, I don't know why. Butterflies and stars are my two things. I also, if I'm ever doodling, it's swirls. I'm swirling things. I'm just gonna put that on the wing there. I think that embellishment books are really fun things that you can do, you throw into Happy Mail. The embellishment books themselves are pretty straightforward and easy to put together. I have a tutorial for a different version of an embellishment book on my YouTube also. It was just kind of one I made when I was doing a swap with Buzzin' with V. And, whoops. And I had like all these things that I was supposed to include in the swap, but I didn't know, like, I'm like, how am I supposed to package this up? So embellishment books, I think, just kind of give you a nice, cute place, and it really feels like a product when you receive it. And so I think it's really smart to, if you're ever like exchanging a bunch of little things, it's nice to have it like that. It's nice to have it in one of these books. So last page is right in here, and I have, where is it? I just have things all over the place, all over my desk. So this is, no, okay, sorry. It's this one. Okay, so this is not a Scrap Diva. This is just a heart rosette that I have in my stash. But this is an older bow right here, these ones. And they have like all these little swirlies on them. Super elaborate and pretty and colorful. And just like fancy schmanciness. So I don't exactly remember what it's called, and I feel kind of bad about that as I'm doing this. I'm like, I should be way more professional, you know, as a hobby crafter. But if I'm telling you about somebody's product, you know, but I think it's called the Swirl die, or the Swirl Bow die. So, and then I just put this little cabochon, like a half of a bead on there, so that it just kind of closed it off. And then this was a flower that Patty, Mommy and Me Crafts, made for me when we did a Christmas in July swap. So it was like pink miss, you know, and I think it's so pretty, and it just worked out so well. Oh, whoops, this is upside down. I want, come on. First of all, I need to fix this little guy because this just came off. It started peeling. There we go. A little bit of glue on there. That's the good news about crafters, is we always have the ability to fix things. But I wanted it to be so like the heart points were going down. You might not know those are hearts, but I do. So, and I'm just going to do it like this so that we can still see that cute lady. Because I mean, this paper is just gorgeous. I'm going to France this summer. My daughter and I are going together, which will be pretty amazing. She graduated from high school last year, and we gave her some options and even told her we would pay for a friend and her to go to Paris. And she was like, "No, Mom, I want to go with you." And I was just like, "Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?" Like, this will be so special. But this paper has Paris all over it, like Parisian stuff. And I'm thinking of making a special journal for our trip with like lots of tuck spots and stuff, so that we have places to put all of our things. Yeah, I think that would be really fun. Believe it or not, I'm super picky about my rosettes. I don't like to have really, really deep gussets on the rosettes. So this little heart one, I don't remember where I got it, but it's super cute. I think I just got it off of AliExpress somewhere, but I don't remember like what shop or anything, but I like it. And then of course we know that I have my very favorite rosette of all time that's from Scrap Diva. Oh my gosh, it's this one. Look how, I mean, like literally it doesn't ever leave my desk. That's how much I love it. Look at how narrow the gusset is on that. I just love that. Love it. So it's nice and narrow. Okay, so that, oh sorry, I started to like take it off my desk, then I wouldn't know where it was because I grab it all the time. So these pages are done. And now we're gonna come over here to these two pages. Oh, I didn't realize I put the feathers. This is the biggest reason why I like this paper. I love those feathers, the way that they are kind of floating back and forth. Okay, so this is the larger of the rainbow bows. So this is the smaller one, and this is the larger one. This one comes in like a whole bunch, like you could take it apart, all the pieces. I actually just left mine as one big metal sheet and run it through. There are 5 of the different colors on here, 5 of the different rows. I mean, you don't have to do different if you don't want to. You could just have them all one color. But there are 5 different ones, so I just do 5 different patterns. And so I just run it through my machine 5 times, and that's all I do. So if you keep it together, it makes it really simple to put it together, in my opinion. So I like that aspect. Okay, now I have to make sure I'm in frame again. All right, there we are. Okay, so with these ones, it only fits a couple. Like I think I can only fit 5 on here. So I won't be using all of these. I get to keep one for myself to have as an embellishment. I have to admit that were I to receive a book like this, I would have a hard time taking it apart and actually using anything out of it. I would just want to look at the pages all the time. It's just too pretty. It's too pretty to use. It's like a whole different kind of journal in a way. But then I'd feel silly about just hoarding it. The other nice thing about embellishment books is, you know, like the receiver, some things that we create as crafters, like you have to display it. And so to be able to have something that you can put on a shelf like a book, that's kind of nice, gotta say. I have so many things in my cupboards right now that I'm like, I can't keep participating in swaps because I can't ever get rid of anything. I know some people are like, nah, I'm not a huge fan of this particular thing, and so they'll actually like give it away, and I just can't. I hosted a Valentine's swap last year, and I still have all of the pockets and everything that went in them, and this year I came across them, I'm like, what am I gonna do with all this stuff? I just don't know. I guess maybe when I'm an old lady, my kids will have to throw it away. But for now, I'm like, it's just fun to look at. Who would have thought, you know, that we'd be hoarding all of these paper crafts like that? Okay, so 4 fit in here. I tried to move it up so that we get more, but nay, we cannot do that. Okay, and then I have these butterfly rosettes. Oh my gosh, I love these. Okay, so this was another brilliant one from Scrap Diva that is worth its weight in gold, will be so useful. And look at the gusset is small. The other nice thing I really like about it is that there is no none of these little holes. Love the decorative effect of these holes, but I hate having to punch these out. That can be frustrating. So like this butterfly is just so stinking easy to put together. And then I have a butterfly punch, and I think it's from Scrappin' Up, and it has like both of those little punches in there. And then the antennae, whoops, I want to do this one first. The antennae are just a stamen from some flowers that I bought. Oh, I like it when it's turned a little bit. Okay, you're gonna have to come off and turn. Turn, baby, turn. Yeah, so, and then diamond dots on there, and I think that they turned out really cute. And I think that, like, I made a purse too, and I ended up using these butterflies for the purse too. Same paper, and that's right here. These are actually the flowers that these stamen came from. There was like a little bunch in the middle that they were on there. But anyway, like this purse, I actually filled it. Can you even see it? Okay, strap, go back. See, look, it's got all these butterflies in there. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh, I love that. And then I got inspired by Jen Kaskell, I think her name is, to do the diagonal on the front of the purse, and I think it just turned out really nice. I really like it. I do want to take another piece of paper right there and line it. I'll link this in the description box as well, because, you know, now I showed it on my video, but I want to put a piece of paper in there that like matches that, so that it looks, I don't know, like I just keep seeing that white, and I was literally at 2:45 in the middle of the night last night, I was literally like going, I need to really line that purse. The things that you think about at 2:45 in the morning. Okay, anyway, back to this project. Not done yet, Tamara. Refocus yourself, squirrel. Okay, so I just used tape for this. I love, I just get my tape off of Amazon, and sometimes it pops up a little bit, but you just like squish it down a little bit. I've never had any problems. Okay, this little guy I have seen on sale. It's on clearance on Scrap Diva right now. And this is a super easy one. The kind of a nice thing about this one is this wide, I know I keep using the word gusset, like I know what I'm talking about, but there's this wide gusset there that allows you to wrap that bow so easy. And I think they just turned out really cute. So really simple, really cute. And then I just have some plain, whoops, that's the back side, some plain heart rosettes for on this side. I don't have more bows. I was like, well, I have some of these, and so we'll just put them in there, and they're cute. So, and then somebody can decorate those however they want. So, what I tend to do is, like I said, I'm a teacher, and I come home pretty drained every night. But I also have to acknowledge that crafting is really my therapy. If I don't get to craft a little bit, I get a little bit weird. So this project, I cut all the pieces for the die cutting on my die cutting machine last weekend, and then I just put them all in these millions of little boxes that you've seen parade through here. Oh, what are you doing? Did you see that? It started like lifting up. It still is lifting up. You see that? Anyway, and I take them up to my room, and then I have a bed table, and I watch true crime, and I like put them together. And because I've already done all of the processing of like what colors and everything that I'm doing, I don't have to do a lot of thinking, which is really important to me on a weeknight. But like I said, I still, oh my gosh, why is this coming undone? This is so weird. But I still I need to do the crafting every day. And so it just kind of gives me that outlet without having to do too much processing with it. Okay, this guy might have to sit with a clippy on it for a minute. Let's see. I was like, this is going to be like a 15-minute video. What has it been, like 30 minutes? I don't know. Anyway, like I just use these little dollar store clippies. So we'll just let that sit while the glue dries, and then I'll put these heart rosettes on really quick, and then that should be ready to be attached once I'm done with these guys. I like this paper so much. I think it's so pretty. It's just like a light pink. It's this one, and it has like peonies on there. I just think it's really pretty. Just be aware, I have never made an embellishment book that is broad enough to hold the chubbiness. They always are sitting a little bit open. So I think that's pretty normal. And it might be just because I put too much in mine, but I would rather have it be just way too chubby than not have enough stuff in there. So don't kick yourself if it is kind of popping open a little bit. Just means that you're putting lots of good stuff in there. And that's done. So when I close this, I'm expecting it to like be like that. All right, you're good. You can go in now. Okay, so she's done. How fun. I love this project. Okay, so now we get to do the flip through, which is like the best part. See, look, okay, she chubby. But we can squish her. I mean, we can still squish her a little bit if we want to. Okay, so we flip her open, and we've got these gorgeous beauties. And then we're gonna open here. So the rainbow, and then the spring bow, and then we've got, oh, I never glued these down or taped them down. Like, how did those travel? Why would I put them off to the side like that? That's weird. See, good reason for a flip through right there. Did I already say I put these on foam so that they're dimensional? I just think that looks cool. And, but when you do the foam, like this piece is really narrow, so I have to go through and add extra glue there. Just FYI. Okay, we're gonna have to go back and close the book again so we can start the flip through over, so we get the whole experience all at once. That's funny that I didn't tape those down. Okay, here we go. For real this time. Okay, here we go. Love girly bows. Spring bow, rainbow bow. And then here's the bow. This is actually a mini book, a bow mini book. Like you'd make a little mini book with it. And then the butterfly bow. Am I calling this the curly bow? I don't know. I will make sure to link the proper name below. And then I've got my heart rosettes here. Close those pages, and here we go with these, the big rainbow bows, the butterfly rosettes, then we have the heart bow, and then we have our heart rosettes. So I think this turned out super duper cute. So once again, most of these things are Scrap Diva. You can find them on the Scrap Diva Designs website, and make sure to use the code URBAN10 to save 10% off. And I will see you next time in the next crafty video, my dears. Have a great day. Ciao.